Ever felt utterly drained trying to micromanage everything? Sometimes, pushing too hard to control every aspect of life can be the very barrier holding us back from stepping into success and happiness. Billionaire investor Warren Buffett once remarked that when it comes to sacrifice, his mind immediately drifts to time, because it's the one thing nobody can purchase. I can buy anything I want, but fundamentally I can't buy time. Time is the most precious resource each of us possesses. And as Warren Buffett and other billionaires like Bill Gates have demonstrated, there's power in doing less and achieving more. They don't just give up on some daily activities. They selectively invest their time and efforts in what truly matters. This not only helps them reach their goals, but also creates room for good things to naturally unfold. Join us on this journey today as we delve deeper into this art. In our video, we'll explore how to apply the principle of not forcing it in all aspects of life, from work to relationships, and even with ourselves. Join us by taking on the challenge of watching the video till the end and not missing out on any principles. Because just one of the following 5 principles might help you grasp how to let life flow naturally, without pushing or rushing. If you're up for the challenge, drop a comment saying, "I accept the challenge and won't give up." Principle number 1. Clinging to toxic things will only bring more. Clinging to toxic things will only bring more pain in this life. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, both physically and mentally, becomes crucial. A philosophy that provides great mental strength is Stoicism, a school of thought that advocates for acceptance and non-resistance to things we cannot change, leading to peace and effective emotional control, especially when letting go of toxic elements. Stoicism not only frees us from unnecessary burdens, but also guides us towards a happier and fulfilled life. Imagine you've poured a lot of passion and effort into a project, relationship, or hobby. At first, everything seems to be unfolding positively, just as you envisioned. However, over time, you notice things aren't going as expected. The project isn't yielding results. The relationship becomes strained, and the hobby loses its joy. That's when you feel stuck, tired, and disappointed. What would Stoic philosophy say about this situation? You're advised to face the truth boldly and courageously and let go. This doesn't mean you failed, but rather that you're making room for new possibilities and joys. Marco Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's never too late to let go of a bad habit, a harmful relationship, or a project that no longer fits. Consider the story of Emma, a designer who spent many years passionately working to develop a product line she deeply believed in. In Emma's story, she invested a lot of time and resources into the project, pouring her creativity into every detail, from the initial designs to the final marketing strategies. Despite her dedication and the initial excitement surrounding the launch, the product line failed to resonate with her target audience. Sales were slow, and the feedback wasn't as positive as she had hoped. Night after night, Emma found herself awake, grappling with the realization that her project might never succeed as she had imagined. The idea of abandoning something she had invested so much effort into was devastating. However, deep down, Emma knew that continuing to invest resources and efforts into this failed project would only lead to more disappointment and drain her creative spirit. After much reflection and several emotional discussions with her advisors and colleagues, Emma made the difficult decision to discontinue this product line. It was a painful choice, but she realized it was necessary to make room for new opportunities. This critical decision allowed Emma to redirect her focus and energy towards more promising projects, better aligned with current market trends and consumer preferences. Embarking on new ventures, Emma discovered a renewed sense of purpose and enthusiasm. She began innovating with newer and more fitting product ideas, which quickly caught attention and received positive acclaim. This change not only revitalized her career, but also restored her faith in her ability to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. Emma's experience illustrates that letting go of a failed project, though difficult, can pave the way for opening doors to new opportunities and personal growth. Facing something incredibly challenging can sometimes open the doors to new beginnings. Instead of seeing it as an end, it can be viewed as a strategic shift that leads to greater career success. Her story is a testament to the Stoic belief that strength sometimes lies not in enduring the unendurable, but in having the courage to start anew with clear focus and renewed spirit. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It's not that we have little time to live, it's that we waste a lot of it." Every failure and every surrender can become a springboard to future success and happiness if we learn from them and apply the lessons learned. In conclusion, giving up is not just a part of life, but also an art. When we understand the value of letting go in the right circumstances, we will find the freedom and strength to continue our journey more meaningfully. So, be brave to face and accept letting go of what no longer serves your life and your goals. This is the first step to opening up a more promising and happier future. Let's grow together. Have you ever had to give up on something particularly difficult? What lessons did it bring you? In your opinion, is giving up always a negative choice, or can it bring new opportunities? Share your experiences below so that others can learn. Principle number 2, free yourself from the fear of never feeling happy again. As a citizen, you may become more compliant with orders and more willing to give up your rights for vague promises of security. As a worker, you may demand less and be less inclined to take risks. In your personal life, you may lean towards safety and thus open up to fewer new possibilities, all because you view the future through a lens of fear. Living this way is not wise. It's not that such concerns are illegitimate. It's undeniable that we are in a dangerous and unstable period in our society, and reckless actions and indifference can ruin our children's future. However, the problem is that the lenses of fear distort what you see. They primarily focus on the negative, exaggerate potential threats, offer alternative perspectives, and make you compromise your core values due to the urgent need for survival. Unrecognized and unaddressed fear with mindfulness will rob life of living. The energy of life is lost to fear, while the body tenses and the heart closes in anticipation of what is to come. On a personal level, the fear of losing happiness can also strip away the freedom and creativity of how we live. Stoic philosophy, with its disciplined and pragmatic lifestyle, offers an alternative approach. Instead of living in fear and passively accepting fate, Stoicism encourages us to actively embrace reality, calmly and thoughtfully, to understand how Stoic practices can help us deal with this fear. We need to examine how we define and pursue happiness. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This message reminds us that fear often results from exaggerated situations, rather than reflecting truth. Stoic philosophy emphasizes focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes towards events that occur. By beginning to understand that most of what you fear cannot or does not need to be controlled, you learn to let go. Letting go is not giving up, but a conscious choice not to let fear control your life. Imagine you've been in a relationship for many years. Initially, everything was wonderful, and you and your partner seemed inseparable. However, over time, the initial joy and connection gradually faded. Arguments became more frequent, and happy moments became rarer. You realize that no matter how hard you try, this relationship no longer brings peace and joy as it once did. Faced with this situation, you feel a deep fear of never finding someone who understands you like they do. However, after much reflection and consideration, you decide not to try to save this relationship at all costs. Instead, you choose to relax and accept that things have changed, and that perhaps this relationship has fulfilled its role in your life. This decision is not easy, but it frees you from the pressure of protecting and maintaining something that no longer fits. Instead of trying to make things as they were before, you open your heart to new relationships. Soon after, you begin to meet new people who bring a sense of real and healthier connection, people who understand you in ways you didn't expect. By embracing change and not resisting, you have expanded space in your life for new good things to emerge. Marco Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This highlights that by nurturing positive thoughts and accepting life as it is, we can achieve a happy and meaningful life regardless of. In circumstances where we don't allow fear to cloud our vision and refrain from forcing things to happen our way, we open up possibilities for new positive outcomes. By practicing fearlessness and non-coercion, we expand our capacity to experience happiness in any situation, a lesson Stoicism has been teaching us for thousands of years. Have you ever felt stuck in a similar situation? Share your experience about learning to let go and the unexpected benefits you gained from that decision. Principle number 3, let go. Let go of things that are not meant for you. We've all experienced physical or emotional pain at some point in our lives. The difference lies in how some people cling tightly to these painful experiences, making it harder for them to move forward than for others. It's natural to struggle and reflect on our experiences, but there comes a time when we need to stop dwelling on what we can't change and focus on what we can control: the present and the future. It sounds easy, but we all know that letting go can be one of the hardest things. Stoic philosophers believe that by controlling our reactions to difficult situations, we can achieve inner freedom and true happiness. This is clearly expressed in the teachings of Epictetus. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of their significance. This understanding paves the way for the art of letting go. Not giving up on goals, but letting go of what doesn't belong. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning all efforts or not caring about life. In Stoic philosophy, letting go is seen as an act of wisdom and self-understanding. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have the power to change your story at any moment." This advice resonates deeply, meaning that each of us has the power to change our lives by altering how we view and react to the events around us. Anna, a young entrepreneur, was initially thrilled when she started a business project with a friend. This project required not only a financial investment, but also an emotional commitment and energy from both. Believing strongly in her idea and partnership, Anna devoted herself wholeheartedly, hoping it would become a successful and influential brand. Months went by, and each quarter brought a disappointing business report. Despite employing various strategies and changing the approach to customer engagement, the results didn't improve. The project began to stagnate, and the continuously disappointing outcomes made Anna feel like she was groping in the dark. She grew tired and disheartened, unsure of how to change the situation. During those sleepless nights, Anna turned to a book on Stoic philosophy, a gift from a friend with whom she had started a business. She began reading and gradually realized that while she couldn't control the outcomes of her project, she could control how she responded to these situations. She learned to accept that not all efforts lead to success in the way one expects. After much reflection, Anna decided to abandon the project. It was a tough decision, but necessary to free herself from incessant pressure and stress. She shifted her career to a field she was truly passionate about: health and beauty, where she felt more in control and could contribute significantly. With this transition, Anna not only found peace, but also achieved success by applying the lessons of Stoicism in practice. Control what you can and let go of what you can't. As a result, she discovered her inner strength and began a new journey with renewed faith and confidence. Letting go, according to Stoic philosophy, is not just a necessary skill in life, but an art. When we learn to accept that not everything belongs to us and that not all outcomes are controllable, we truly begin the path to freedom and happiness. Remember, timing is everything, and when you're ready, what you deserve will come to you. Every day, every moment, allow yourself to open your heart and let go of unnecessary burdens, and you'll find yourself lighter and freer to embrace the good things that are coming. If you find value in Anna's story and the lessons of Stoic philosophy we've shared, please leave a like and share this video with your friends and family. This not only helps them find peace and a new direction in life, but also supports our channel in bringing more valuable content to help people grow every day. Principle number 4, accept the truth, no matter how difficult it may be. Before we delve into principle number 4, let's tell Derek's story, an energetic employee in the information technology sector. Derek used to be passionate about his work, tirelessly contributing to the development of new applications and improvements in existing systems. He took pride in being an indispensable part of the team, adding significant value through his creativity and technical expertise. However, over time, Derek began to feel a shift in the work environment. He noticed that his contributions were no longer appreciated as before. His ideas were often ignored in meetings, and when there was success, the recognition he received was scarce or non-existent. This starkly contrasted with the early years when every successful project received adequate recognition. Despite trying to adapt, Derek couldn't help but feel marginalized. He started working harder, hoping that by improving his performance, he could attract the attention of his superiors and reaffirm his value to the company. However, despite his efforts, there was no change in the leadership's attitude or recognition. Eventually, Derek faced a tough decision: to leave the job he once loved in search of a new work environment where he could be more valued. This decision wasn't easy, but was necessary for his personal and professional growth. Derek knew that to thrive, he needed a place where his efforts and talents were recognized and encouraged. His decision to leave opened up a new opportunity for career development and to pursue happiness in his work, marking a positive turning point in his professional life. Through Derek's story, we learn that some people are accustomed to seeing life through rose-colored glasses, automatically ignoring the darker aspects and negative experiences they encounter. However, to achieve true happiness, one must discard these glasses and accept the world in whatever form it presents itself. Life is inherently imperfect, with its share of joys and frustrations. Even if you try to deny life's harsh realities, they will continue to exist. By accepting that you can't have everything you want or please everyone around you, you'll live in perpetual joy. Often we're taught that to be happy, we must avoid negativity and focus on what makes us happy. However, Stoic philosophy invites us to confront and accept hard truths, even those that may be painful. This painful situation isn't an invitation to wallow in sadness, but rather a reminder of the power of acceptance in the face of an unchangeable reality, such as loss, failure, or even rejection from others. Stoicism teaches us to rid ourselves of the negative emotions that these truths bring. This doesn't mean denying our feelings, but rather not allowing them to dominate us and shape our lives. Accepting reality not only frees us from illusions, but also empowers us to face reality with courage and be better prepared for future challenges. By accepting that something is no longer appropriate or unchangeable, we can stop wasting time and energy on it, and instead focus on new goals and relationships that can benefit our lives. Letting go of something isn't just an end, but also a new beginning. When we leave behind a relationship, a job, or a belief that no longer serves a positive purpose, we make room for new and more beneficial things. Like Derek, we can find freedom and satisfaction in a new area we haven't explored yet. Accepting the truth, no matter how difficult, is the first step not only to free ourselves from unnecessary burdens, but also to open a new path toward true freedom and happiness. When we can recognize and accept the truth, we not only face it, but also can turn it into a force for positive change and profound personal growth. Remember, life isn't always fair, but it's always a journey we can choose to face with wisdom and calmness. Are you ready to face and accept the hard truths in your life? Leave a comment saying "I'm ready" below this video. Principle number 5. When one door closes, another one opens. Just like on any other day, 49-year-old veteran Bernie Marcus carried his familiar briefcase to work at the company. After over 20 years of diligent and dedicated work, he had finally secured a position as a business manager. All he needed to do was to continue contributing for another 11 years, and he could retire comfortably and receive his pension. However, he never imagined that day would be his last day working there. "You're fired. Why? What did I do wrong?" Bernie Marcus was perplexed. "No, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just that the company is growing too slowly and the board decided to lay off some employees, that's all." So from being a manager, Bernie Marcus became one of the many unemployed in the town, with living costs and numerous heavy expenses weighing on him, forced to seek a new source of income. During this time, he would often head to Los Angeles and spend hours at a roadside cafe to alleviate his mood of boredom, confusion, and immense mental pressure. Then, one day, he ran into an old friend, Arthur Bland, a former colleague who had also been a manager at the same company and was now unemployed. They comforted each other and pondered about the future. "Hey, why don't we start our own business?" That idea sparked a fire in Bernie Marcus, reigniting his passion and dreams that had been suppressed. So they planned to establish a company specializing in providing construction tools and services. Right there in the cafe, the two former unemployed managers devised a plan for the company with the motto, "Lower prices, better service." Later on, this evolved into a famous home furniture company in the United States, known as American Home Storage Company, and later globally. You see, the miracle of the American Home Storage Company began with a sentence in the spring of 1978. "You're fired." Bernie Marcus took 20 years to grow from a little-known small company to a Fortune 500 company with 775 stores, 150,000 employees, and an annual revenue of $30 billion, gradually becoming a prominent name in the global retail industry. Life is a long journey, and the future is always unknown. You might have heard the saying that when God closes a door, he opens another. When one door closes, move forward without regrets. There's always more than one door at any given moment. All you need to do is find and open that door. In the context of Stoic philosophy, this saying takes on a deeper meaning, teaching us about acceptance, adaptation, and non-forced resistance to inevitable changes. Stoic philosophers like Epicurus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius valued acceptance and self-control in all situations. They believed that what happens to us is not as important as how we react to it. When one door closes, instead of feeling despair and becoming paralyzed, we're encouraged to keep searching and opening new doors. This advice is not just spiritual, but also a practical method to keep growing and finding meaning in life. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This is an integral part of Stoic philosophy, which helps us face failures and adversities not only with resilience but also with gratitude, calmness, and self-control. It's not about giving up, but actively embracing life with all its ups and downs. We've explored Stoic philosophy. Thank you for joining us on this Stoic journey. Remember always, the power to shape our happiness lies in our own hands, and through the constant practice of virtue and understanding of the things within our control, we can find peace and fulfillment. Keep exploring the depths of Stoicism in your daily life. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with others who might benefit from Stoic wisdom. Until next time, may Stoic wisdom light your way.